Hey there, Cybercrime Junkies. Got a question that keeps you up at night, or ever wish you could hear from a specific guest, or have a true cybercrime story you want us to investigate? You can now text our studio directly at 904-867-4466. Don't be a stranger. Text us at 904-867-4466. Don't miss the chance to be part of the conversation. Text us direct at 904-867-4466.
Cybercrime Junkies, this is your host, David Morrow. From insider threat to external ransomware and extortion groups, business owners and leaders in organizations have a lot of footprint to cover, especially in this day of age with remote and hybrid work. We get asked a lot about how to stay updated in cybersecurity in business. And one of the best ways is to take advantage of the benefits of watching cybersecurity podcasts, not just ours. There's a lot of them. And we encourage you all to lean in on most of them. For ours, we've got some exciting news coming up. So we realize having your own personal cyber hygiene is critical, especially today. The FTC reports a 1,456% increase in phishing alone since generative AI hit the marketplace back in November 22. The FTC reports just recently there's a 476% increase in phishing threats just this year, just in the United States alone. There's also a seismic shift in the financial personal crimes and scams we've all been seeing in the news. As our regular listeners know, our team here at Cybercrime Junkies are proud members of InfoGuard. We've been providing a public service training where we go in live for organizations of all sizes and all types and train. There's no sales involved. It is pure training. We've done it alongside federal law enforcement as well. We train all users live on best practices for both leadership and employees, and for the individuals themselves so that they can keep their families, loved ones, and relatives safe from financial harm. All attendees to these have always been receiving these invaluable take-home resources to guide them through how to secure passwords, how to freeze their credit, how to freeze your children's credit, how to spot scam websites, how to remove your personal data from data broker sites, and other great practices to help you. We have seen the proof and data supported results that when people take care of their own cyber hygiene, then the organizations they engage with, whether it's their employers or vendors that they work with, everybody benefits. I mean, every time any one of us get online, we all enter the threat actor's world and we're all vulnerable to attack. And so we're all in this together. We continue to do this through our public service initiative at no cost. Once again, there's no sales involved. It's pure value up front just to help as a public service. But the exciting news and updates we've got for our podcast listeners is that take-home resources are now available for all podcast listeners. Just head over to cybercrimejunkies.com and download them. You don't need your data. We don't need your data. We don't need to capture details about you. They're all on the site. Go ahead and download them. We also have some excellent episodes recently recorded that will be going live this coming week. We recently sat down with the iconic Chris Voss, former FBI hostage negotiator and author of Never Split the Difference, the book that has permanent residence over on my bookshelf here. And he's got a special message for our Cybercrime Junkie community and some insight that will help you in both your personal and your professional lives. So watch closely for that episode coming soon. But that's not all. We also sit down with some really fascinating other guests. We got the opportunity to sit down with Naosheen Chen, who coaches professional leaders at places like Amazon and Google and Timberland brands and many, many more on public speaking. And whenever we think of public speaking, we do always think of the Seinfeld joke about, the number one fear in America here is public speaking. Number 2 is death. Death is number 2. So what that means is at a funeral, we would rather be in the casket than giving the eulogy, which is just ironic. So she really got some practical advice on public speaking, and it's incredible. So watch for that episode. It will definitely help you because all of us at some point need to speak up, even if it's not public speaking in front of an audience or whatever. She's got practical advice on how to conduct Zoom meetings, how to have phone calls, how to speak in other social situations. It's really, really good. It was surprising to hear some of this. We also sat down with the CISO of Clemson University, John Hoyt. John worked his way up from initial help desk support, networking engineer, all the way up to CISO of a major university. We talk cybercrime, we talk cyber risk to higher education, and you will find the discussion really cool. He explains how he created a student-run SOC, a student-run security operations center. That's right. I mean, it is really cool. It gives students at Clemson an unbelievable experience and credibility that helps them launch careers. That episode is coming up next. We also sat down with a founder and COO of a platform that is helping financial institutions with threat landscape. Many CISOs and security operations centers that are supporting financial institutions leave blind. Gideon Hassam has developed this patented approach to help financial institutions save themselves from liability when users get socially engineered. And it's able to go in and redact things and fix things. It's really, really interesting. Details are coming up in the episode, which launches soon. Now, finally, we've got a special invitation. So come join us live. We have a webinar live series through our employment with covered, and it starts in April. We have our next live series, which is April 30th. There is a invitation. You can register for that webinar series. It's going to be interactive with Q&A. We will be there. We invite you to come join us from anywhere, any device, from your rooms. It doesn't matter. You won't be on video, so you can be dressed any way you want, but come join us. It's going to be good. It's April 30th. Details are right there at cybercrimejunkies.com. There's no cost to join. It is one that oftentimes we do charge for, but this one is no cost, and there is limited seating, so get there pretty soon. But it is going to be pretty exciting. We have the topic for April 30th. We're going to have one every month that's coming up. Some of them will have a cost, some of them will not. This one does not, and this one will be, the subject will be the latest social engineering risks for business, featuring a special guest speaker, Christopher Hannigy, CEO and founder of Social Engineer. We're going to talk about topics like AI effects and how to defend, the newest tactics, the science behind social engineering, steps you can take today, as well as best practices. So all of that and more is coming up on Cyber Crime Junkies. Well, that wraps this up. Thanks for joining, everybody. Hope you got value out of digging deeper behind the scenes of security and cybercrime today. Please don't forget to help keep this going by subscribing free to our YouTube channel at Cybercrime Junkies Podcast, and download and enjoy all of our past episodes on Apple and Spotify podcasts so we can continue to bring you more of what matters. This is Cybercrime Junkies, and we thank you for joining us.